Very interesting. We are doing introduction of mass communication, and in that we are learning chapter number 3, which is role and impact of mass media. Right? What is the role and impact of mass media? Right? There are certain roles of mass media. Mass media is nothing but a media, which is TV, which is radio, newspaper, magazine, and many more. So, what is the role in the society and how it is impacting? That we are going to see. Clear? So, here it is written that role is nothing but what is the role of the particular thing. Like, for example, you have a smartphone on your hand, and if you have a smartphone on your hand, so what is the role of the smartphone in your life? Because the smartphone is making your life easier, that is the role, and impacting means because of the smartphone what happened, everything's become easier. Clear? The mass media, right, as the largest democracy in India, is considered a role model for a large number of developing countries. Okay, we are living in a democratic country and it's a very largest democracy, and our country is considered a role model for a large number of developing countries. We have state and central government elected by the people. We have a government run by own elected representative known as the MLA, the state, and member of parliament at the center. The modern democratic governments have the following. If I talk about, we live in a country which is a developing country, as everyone is aware about, and we are the role model for the many other developing country. Why? Because we are the largest democracy. Why? Because there are number of politicians are there in our country. That's why we are the largest, and we have too many MLAs and member of parliaments in the state at the center. So in modern democratic government have the certain following. Okay, modern democratic government have the following. The followings are a legislature. Legislature. Okay, democratic government have three categories, and which is very important. The first is the legislature, state assemblies and the parliament, responsible for framing laws. Okay, state assemblies and parliament responsible for framing laws and decide the way we run our affairs. Okay, the the state assemblies and parliament are responsible for framing the laws and decide the way run our affairs. Legislature nothing but the political people, and state assemblies are responsible for making the new laws for their own state development. And executive, they are the governor, chief minister, minister run the state, and president, prime minister, council of ministers who run the country. Clear? Legislature means a politician who are deciding the laws. Executive, which means the governor, chief minister, prime minister. Judiciary is nothing but Supreme Court, High Court, and Supreme Court, High Court, and other courts will decide whether the laws and constitutional provision are following elected members. Clear? Okay. Legislature is nothing but it is a system of state assemblies and the parliament. They are legislature responsible for making the laws, and who are going to be execute. The chief minister, they are the executor. Judiciary, they a judge and court system. Okay, so these are the information they are given. Now the this institution run of the country for the welfare and development of all the people. The legislature, executive, and judiciary, they are working for the country, for development of people. In a democracy, the people should know what the three institutions, namely legislature, executive, and judiciary, are doing for the welfare of the people. This institution in turn need to know how the people are reacting to what they are doing. Okay, so each and every citizen of a developing country, if the country is following the democratic system, each and every member of the country should know about that institution: legislature, executive, and judiciary. And these three institutions need to know how the public are reacting what they are doing. Okay, and the main role of the mass media is to act. The main role of the mass media is to act as a bridge between people and the government. Okay, act as a bridge between people and the government. Okay, people and the government. Okay, this institution in the main role of the mass media. What is the main role of the mass media? Is to act as a bridge between people and the government. Okay, so in the sense, media can be considered as the fourth institution of democracy. Clear? The democracy, the three institutions just now we have understood. And why in this chapter we try to understand institution? Because the fourth institution is media only. Why? Because media is playing a important role between people and the government. Whatever information the people have, the government will reach, and whatever the government have, it will reach to the people. How? The media people are doing. Media people are even talking with the government people, and then people also, and people demanding their wants, and they are listening, and after listening the demanding, they are making the laws or many other thing. Clear? Okay, now mass media and democracy. Okay, mass media and democracy. Mass media and democracy. Okay, so now we will try and understand our country and what are the role of mass media in our country. Okay, now let's see how the mass media like newspaper, radio, and TV play a role of play the role of acting a bridge between the government and the people. Clear? How the newspaper plays an important role between the people and the government, how the TV and how the radio. Okay, let us consider an example. Okay, the government decides that the price to be conveyed to the people. Okay, that decide that the price of petrol and diesel will either increase or decrease. That decision need to be conveyed to the people. So let us take the government wants to decide petrol needs to be increase or decrease, and that decision and that particular decision need to be conveyed to the people, and this is done with the help of media, and it could be done by radio, newspaper, or TV. The media not only inform the people about it but also explain the effect of that decision taken by the government of the people. Okay, so here the example is saying if any politician wants to make a law, and after making the law they want to address the people, so how they will address? With the help of newspaper, this, and they want to send the message. They cannot call each and everyone. There are some more than 150 crore people are living, so they will convey with the people with the help of mass media, right? With the help of mass media through newspaper, radio, and TV, right? And newspaper, radio, and TV not only inform the people, they also, right, not only inform the people, they also uh, explain the effect of the decision taken by the government of people. Okay, decision taken by the government of people. Okay, so let's take another example. One example, the petrol. Another example, the agriculture department, like in Maharashtra of your state or Indian Agriculture Research Institute, develops a new, improved high-yielding strain of wheat rice. Farmers should give information about the new variety and how it is to be used, what benefits they would get if they use it. Here again, it is the media that does this. But how does the media do this? Different forms of mass media like print, radio, and TV, traditional media, internet are used to disseminate the information. Okay, so there are many examples are there where the media plays a important role of sending the message of politician and sending the message of people to the government, right? So media plays a important. Just imagine like you all are a citizen and I am the government person. Okay, and you want to talk with me or you want to say something like this should, if we done this thing, so we will improve. How you will say? With the help of mass media. And I will receive your information and I will manage and I will make a laws and I will address it, right? Because number of people are living in India, so the government people cannot hear the person to person problems, right? Now let's say the government media agencies and department. Okay, so what are the government media departments are there? How how do the central and state government inform the public about their policies? Okay, how the government media people are informing the public about their policies? Government use the help of mass media and also have a media agencies and department, and these agencies of central government function under the union ministry of information and broadcasting, as the name suggests. It has agencies and department like information broadcasting. These agencies give out information about the policies and programs of the government. Similarly, every state disseminate information, policies and program through its media agencies. Okay, so the government people also have their media agencies. Like if I talk about, most of the people are now aware about the Aaj Tak and all, but the government media agencies also there. Clear? Okay, so filling the blanks is given that is the largest India. The government in India is run by the democracy, right? Is run by the people, run by the people, and you can do it. Okay, by above paragraph. Okay, so now we will try and understand about the functions and responsibility of the media. Right? What is the functions and responsibility of the media? Clear? So the functions of the media and what is the responsibility of the media, that we need to learn. Okay, so mass media is a tremendous source of information for individual as well as society. Obviously it is the biggest source for the individuals, for each and everyone. Just imagine that if there is no mass media like TV, radio and newspaper, what will happen? Through the mobile phone you can know. It's very important. In the previous section you have learned about the role of mass media in democracy, which means like above paragraph we have just understood what is the role in democracy. Let's now see the functions. Okay, now we will try and understand about the function of the mass media. Clear? Okay, function is nothing but how the newspaper is functioning, how the radio and TV is functioning, right? That only we need to focus. Clear? Yeah, so the first is what the mass media can help in change. What it means? It means that the mass media can help in change. Whenever there is a change, whenever there is a required of change in the our country, the mass media will help. Like the government needs to change our country or develop our country, and for the developing there should be so much change. So mass media is going to be help. Using mass media, using mass media, people's attitudes and habits can be changed. With the help of mass media, the attitudes of the people and habits of the people can be changed. For example, all of us have a mistaken or wrong belief about various diseases like leprosy, HIV/AIDS. Many of us think that touching people of suffering from these diseases, we would be infected. You might have heard on radio or watch on TV program or read messages which tell us that by touching an HIV patients do not get infected. Obviously, the mass media will help you. By the TV, they will inform you like most of the people are believing that because of this thing will happen. No, as you have seen during the COVID-19, the mass media has helped us too much, right? Similarly, for eradicating the polio, there are special programs and messages disseminated with the media, like giving information of the polio is going to be sent with the help of media only, like newspaper, TV, and radio. They inform people about the need for what they inform the need of the polio of the children about the day and declare polio day. Special arrangement made to be given polio drops as many of children as possible a polio day. Clear? First two paragraph they are explaining how the media is useful for informing the people and telling about the importance of that particular thing. Change would also mean things for the better. Change would also mean things for the better. The concept of development of a country is again a matter of change. Okay? So change would also mean a thing of better. The concept of development of a country is again matter of change. Obviously, like if a particular country wants to develop, so that there is a requirement of change. When old practice and equipments are changed and new, better and more efficient means are being used. The mass media plays an important role communicating this change by giving necessary information and sometimes skills. Media can bring this change. You may ask, the media is imparting skills, and mass media like TV can come and show this work. Clear? I am stopping here. How the mass media is help the change. Just think in your mind, or in our country, if there is a requirement of change, our country needs to be, we are in a living in democratic country, still it is developing, and if this country wants to develop, so there are many changes should required, and these changes, and the government needs to consider these changes how they will use the mass media, right? If the citizen wants something, so they will use the mass media. Clear? Okay, I'm stopping here.